June 1977 here. June 1977 here. Okay, now my audio is coming through. June 1977 here. Okay, now my audio. For some reason, it was repeating itself there for a second. But anyway, I was going to just do a regular live stream, but I decided instead to do a stream like a beginner's guide to Conan Exiles, because I've been playing this game a lot. People have been watching videos of it and stuff, and never really done a beginner's guide to it. I picked the male for obvious reasons, because you're half naked and don't want to show that on live stream, obviously. But anyway, you start off, and there's like 4 or 5 different areas you can start off. They're all basically the same. First thing you want to do is, well, there's a tablet here. It doesn't really do a whole lot, just read stuff. There's actually a player here. But anyway, first thing you want to do is you want to look off, mostly off to the left, and you actually have a sealed water skin that you can refill
left to rot among the ruins of the past.
And
others here, slaves,
drink water and all that good stuff,
exiles from lands,
because you need to stay hydrated. Just like any other game, survival game, you need to eat food and stay hydrated. There's a bunch of people on this path.
I cannot go on.
We're not going to look at some of them because of obvious reasons again. But anyway, one thing you can start off doing is collecting plant fiber. Plant fiber is a good source of, you need it a lot in this game for many things. Another thing you need to start doing is picking up the small stones. In this game, you need to make picks and axes, or hatchets, I guess they call them. You can't just punch trees like in other games to get wood and stuff. But to make the early weapons and tools, you need to pick up stone and pick up sticks, like branches. So I just picked up some stones. Okay, here's some branches up here. Pick a couple of them up. And right away, you can just disregard all these animals, because that's DLC stuff. But aside from that, this is what you can start off with. I'm going to start off with making some basic clothes. All it needs is plant fiber, and then I'm going to make each one of these tools. You got the stone cleaver, which is for getting meat from animals. You got the hatchet, which is for getting wood. You got the pick, which is for getting stone, and then you got a skinning knife, which is to get hides from various animals. So you want to craft each one of these. Now I will tell you, like, if you hit, I'll show you here. We'll get to a tree here and I'll show you the various things you can do. Starting out here, if you see a sandstorm, you want to try to get away from it, because the sandstorms will kill you. It's very realistic. You get in the heat, and your water will go down a lot faster in the heat, just like, in real life. And you need to eat and drink, obviously. Depending on the server you're on, that will depend on how fast or slow that goes down, of course. But let's get to the water here. There's nothing real. There's nothing to kill you except for if you run out of food or water. Out here, there's no animals to kill you right out here in the sand until you get to the water, and then there's different like NPCs and animals and creatures that can kill you. So keep that in mind. One thing you want to do right away when you get a chance, well, I can do it now, make a couple of these bedrolls. When you get so far in the game, you can lay a bedroll down, and if you die, then you can respawn to that bedroll, and you won't have to go all the way back to the beginning, which helps. Okay, so we're going to get into some stuff here. Okay, so here's a tree right here. Now see, if I were to pull out my hatchet, what's going to happen is exactly what you think is going to happen. I'm going to get wood. So you see there, I got 60 wood. But now, if I switch to my pick and hit the tree, you get bark. So you get different things for hitting items with hitting like wood with different items. And you definitely want to get some of these aloe leaves. You can do it right away. You can make these. Oh, I'm getting attacked by an imp. But you can make these aloe drinks, which boost your life pretty good. You can make better ones later. And then here you can drink, obviously, in the water. You can also fill your water skin up in the water for when you're not around water. And the first thing, of course, you're going to want to do is, you see how your food's down there, but if you were going through getting the plant fiber, you might notice you got bugs. You can actually eat the bugs and the bees, and you got to eat quite a bit of them to get your life back up. There we go, it's back up now. Or the food meter up there, which looks like a steak up there in the top left. Once it drops all the way, then your health will go down considerably. And if it goes down all the way, obviously you die. I mean, that's obvious. But anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to run here for a little bit, kind of get a feel for different things. And we'll make a small base. I'll show you how to do that. Pretty simple to do. Let me get up here real quick where it's relatively safe from anything. Show you kind of a menu. Okay, so this again is all you can do. But of course, all these animal things obviously are DLC, so you're not going to be able to do those. Just aside from that, you got your twine you can make from plant fiber, which you might want to do a few of, just because that stuff comes in handy as well. You got your bedroll. These are 3 different types of bedrolls, depending on what material you want to use. This torch is actually DLC as well, but you want to craft a torch. Typically, you would be crafting this one, which is a stick and plant fiber. Now, that'll vary depending on what server you're on, obviously. Sometimes it costs more. And then, of course, I told you all that. And this is just basic clothes and stuff. So if you hit your R1 button or R2 button, you go over to knowledge. One of the first things you want to unlock with your points, as you progress through the game, you'll get points, and you can put towards these knowledge things, and you can learn how to build different things. Obviously, one of the first things you want to do is up here on the top. That's your first building material. That's the roughest building material. That's the weakest, but it's the first one you can get. You want to unlock that, of course, and you want to unlock storage for storage here, this little box. Then you want to pick, okay, you want to look at it and say, okay, what kind of weapons am I going to be wanting to craft? You got your bow, you got a shield and sword, which is what I normally go with, and then you got like your spears and your long weapons. I'm going to unlock shield and one-handed weapons. And then there's also armor there you can unlock. But then you want to unlock all these things up here, all the different first material stuff. So you have options here to build stuff. and you can unlock a bed and your torch would be a good thing to start with. So now you got your, if you go back in your menu here, you're going to have quite a few more options now. If you look on these weapons, you'll be able to tell that this club is actually better than the sword. So I'm going to craft that. I'm going to put it, so now I have a sword and shield. In case I need something, it's not really a sword, but you know what I mean. It's a weapon, a one-handed weapon and a shield, which is what I typically like to use because you can block and attack, and it just works better for me. That varies, of course. So what we want to do first, we got a weapon, we got a decent, got a starter weapon and a shield here, and we're just going to make our way. I recommend when you're starting out to not build in the sand, just because when the sandstorm comes, you're going to be a sitting duck, basically. So the best thing to do to get out of the sand, the quickest way to do that, I kind of already messed the quickest way up, but is you can go over to the right, which would be the quickest way to do it. We're not going to do that just because this is, like I said, this is a test. This is a test server. This is when I just created this character. I'm not actually going to play on this, and I'm going to destroy the base after I'm done with the tutorial here, just because I don't want to mess up someone's server that I'm not actually going to be on anyway. So, out of respect for the server owner, they pay the money for the server, so I'm not going to mess it up for them. But for the sake of this tutorial, then I'll show you basic building here. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We'll have to get quite a bit through here though, just because, as you can see, there's buildings around you. You can't build real close to buildings. I just got turned around. You got to look at the map quite a bit, and that's your right directional key. Looks at the map. You got to look at the map quite a bit. But I'll get here a little far away from the thing here and from any buildings, and put up a little shack and kind of show you a little bit of how to sort of get started, what kind of stuff you want to build, what kind of stuff you want to put in your building to start with, and kind of give you a idea of what each one of the benches do and stuff. They did get quite a bit of different benches over the course of time. So, and you can't unlock, you can't get all of those until like later. I mean, you unlock stuff as you go, obviously. So you're unlocking better benches. First, you just unlock, regular benches, and then you can unlock improved benches. So we're going to get a little ways away from anything here, and I'll put up a little building, although I do need to get some more wood and stuff, which brings me to going into the attribute points, which when you get points you want to go into attribute points. One of the biggest ones you want to do is expertise. Expertise is going to allow you to carry more stuff, basically. When you get up to this middle tier, then you can pick which one you want to do here. So I normally do the second one there. And you also want to take your strength up. That's another big thing. That's one thing I highly recommend to do as well. And authority. Authority is going to help you with your thralls, to your fighter thralls, to follow you and all that fun stuff. Once you get that all the way up, you can actually make it to where 2 thralls can follow you at the same time, which really helps. But anyway, let me get some more. I don't want to do too much. Okay, let me get this pick here. You want to get just basic wood and stone. That should be enough to get me started, because this server isn't that terrible for... Oh, we just got a hyena. Best way to get away from them is to climb. Climb or run from them, basically. It's the best way to get away from them. So we'll go to a good spot here to where nothing's going to be attacking us. I think this looks good right here. If it has to be a certain distance from any person's building. Like I said, I'm going to destroy this building anyway. Okay, so what you want to do is, first of all, you want to craft the building mechanics of this has changed quite a bit. You first want to make the construction hammer. Then you're going to want to put that on your wheel. You just hit your L1 and you can move it over to your wheel. And then when you go to your wheel, then you'll get into the construction part of it. And this is your first material right here. And if you've unlocked all that list of stuff like I showed you, you'll be able to use whatever you want right here. So we're going to do is, instead of an old square building, we're going to do a circular building. So just do the triangle ones, and then basically like this. We'll do one more because we do have to put you do have to kind of start off with quite a bit of materials here to okay, there we go. Like I said, I'm going to destroy all this. You really want to use this much foundation in some of them, because it does tend to drag the server down. But I'm deleting this anyway, so it doesn't really matter for now. This is kind of how you make a circle with your building. It's not going to let me do that. It's kind of a bad spot, really. But it doesn't have to be perfect here. Just kind of showing you a basic way to build, and to basically what you want to benches, how you want to put your benches, sort of stuff like that. Alright, so of course you're going to want to, let's see, I just went out of that, didn't I? Okay, so you're going to want a doorway. I'll just put the doorway right here for now. You'll want a door. Okay, then you got your wall options. I'm gonna just pick the normal wall here. Typically, I like to go 2 walls high, just so you got plenty of clearance. I'll do it like that, and then the second story I'll put some windows. Just building a basic structure here, nothing fancy. Which is kind of what you want to do for your first building. You kind of have to build some sort of structure to put all your benches in. That way you can use those benches to construct better materials to build a bigger and better base. So your first base is kind of just, you know, a rough base just to get you started. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to be functional. Most of the time I just build like this. I just build a flat roof for now. Like I said, this is just a tutorial to get you started. Not going to be a real lengthy video. It's just kind of to get you started, and I don't see the... For some reason I'm not seeing the triangle. Oh, here they are. Duh. I'm blind as a bat in the daytime. Not a fruit bat, because they're not blind in the daytime. But anyway, it's kind of a rough structure, like I said, just to, because you need to protect your base, you need to protect your stuff, so people can't just come up here and grab your stuff. So you got to close it in with something, and you got to put your benches out and all that fun stuff. So now you got a basic structure here for which to put your various benches and stuff like that in. Let's go to the knowledge tab one more time. If you're on PlayStation 5, you just hit that like trackpad on the sort of touchpad on the front of it. Let's go over to knowledge, and we can get one of these. We can get this one right here. That way you can put some torches inside your place and light it up. Another key thing is this campfire. This is one of the early ways to cook your food. So it's definitely something you're going to want to do. Then we could go over to different benches. You got your furnace, which will also unlock your blacksmith shop. Then you got a carpenter's bench. You're going to want that. You're also going to want to unlock some of these different things so you can make iron tools, stuff like that. Then steel, then hardened steel, and so on. You got your tannery. You definitely want that, obviously. It unlocks a tanner bench as well, tanner table. You got your alchemist bench. Those are the basic ones you want to start off with. So then you go back into that builder's thing again, the hammer. You can go over, there's decorations, and then here's your benches. So here's what you're going to want to start off with. Going to want to start off with these. So I need stone for that. Okay. It'll also tell you whether you can build. I can't build that or that because I need iron for that. Need iron for that. I can build this now. I'll put one of these out there. Let's see. Just put it right here. That's your armorer's bench. That's how you're going to make armor. You go in here, then you can... A lot of this is DLC, but you'll be able to make like you'll be able to make a light armor, a medium armor, and a heavy armor, no matter if you have DLC or not. So let me go and get some stone here, because I'm going to need some stone for quite a bit of this stuff. And what you're going to need to find to build the iron is you're going to need to find like iron ore in the rocks. And it's a different color, so it's sort of easy. It's pretty easy to spot from a distance. Not sure how much of it is around here, but we got a enemy up there. Didn't even know he was up there. NPC. It's not an actual player, but not seeing any kind of iron ore at the moment. If you jump down off the stuff, if you grab a hold of the side of the mountain and slide down, it helps. Oh, here we go. There's some iron ore right here. Must be something. Oh, a rabbit. Oh, got an enemy here. See, with this you can block. Makes it a lot better. If you come over here, you can normally get some stuff. Oh, I got some arrows off of them. Okay, so let's harvest this iron. But anyway, if you're climbing up here, best way to get down is jump. But if you jump, then you can hit. Well, for the I'm on PlayStation, so let me see. Let me get over here. Let me get up here and you just hit your X button and slide down, and you can jump from any distance if you do that, and slide down the wall or a wall or side of a mountain, whatever, and you won't take damage. If you free fall, you're going to take damage, and you're going to die, obviously. Oh, another thing you want to do is when you make your building here, put a bedroll inside right away. That way, if you go out to get stuff and you die, you can respawn right back in your building. If not, you're going to respawn right back at the beginning. So try to avoid that if at all possible. So anyway, let me put a furnace here. You can put various things in this furnace to make it burn. I'm going to just put wood for now. This is the basic material you can put in there to burn with. You can also put dry wood, which works better. Oil, coal. There's various things you can put in there. Let's put that in there with the iron ore. Whoops. And we can get that going. We'll make some iron ore blocks. And then with those iron ore blocks, we can make other stuff. So we've got a bench here. We can put that over. Not place them in any specific place, but that's your tanner's bench there. Put a tannery in. Tan hides. Turn hides into leather and all that fun stuff. We already got the armorer's bench. We don't really need the casting bench right now, but we're going to build one of these blacksmiths. That's how you get your weapons. But for that, I got to go over and take this iron out of here. Now I should be able to build a blacksmith shop, blacksmith bench. So now I can come in here. I can throw some sticks in there. Shucks, I just dropped that. Throw some of this in there. There's some iron ore in there. I can make me I'm gonna make me an actual good weapon here to replace the crappy one. And if you come over here to the armorer's bench, I should be able to make a shield here. All I gotta do is put some sticks in here. And you guessed it, some iron. Of course, they're going to be made out of steel and hardened steel and different materials later on. We'll start off with the iron. So now we got ourselves a better shield and weapon already. This is DLC stuff that I bought, but same principle goes for anything that's made out of iron blocks. So now it's starting to get dark. Now what we want to do is we unlock these torches. You want the torch with the actual wood like that, not the sticks. Make a couple of those, and then since you unlocked that wall torch and stuff, now you can go into decorations and go to lights, and we can put some wall torches here to light up our place. Stow them around. Oh. That's all we can do right now because I didn't make enough torches. I'll do a couple more torches here. Just to light this place up. There we go. Alright, so now we got this place lit up. This is a basic structure then. And if you come over here, this is what you use to smelt everything with. You put your iron ingots and your iron ore and your steel ore and all that stuff in here, and you make blocks out of it to make the various things. Of course, like I said, you make your weapons and your tools from here. Again, a lot of this is obviously DLC. Like this is like a DLC stuff, but it's the same basic thing. You should be able to make basic tools and weapons without any DLC. So then, this is your tanning. You need to put some bark in there, which I actually have. And I'll need to skin something. I'll show you that in a minute to make that work. And you can use different materials, change them to other materials here. This is, again, your shields and your armor. Can't make any armor until I get some sort of hides and stuff. We'll see if we can get hides from these rabbits here. Take the... Oops. Of course, we're going to need a skinning knife to that. The only one I took off. Get your skin knife out. See how much. I got 71 hides from a rabbit. That's hilarious. But anyway, that also depends on the server you're on, how much hide you're going to get when you harvest and all that fun stuff. But go back in here, and like I said, you put the bark on there, you put the hide on there, and now it's going to make some leather. Leather and tar. The tar you can use to make to put with some brimstone later and make steel fire, which you put into the furnace with the with iron, and you make steel. So okay, so I'm gonna put this in there. Now I should be able to make at least a light armor here. I can make a medium armor. Let me put my twine in there. And I'm gonna make 5 because you need 5 to make each different piece. Because you got your gloves. You got your gloves, your feet, your pants, your shirt, and your helmet. So then we should be able to make all this. This is all the medium stuff. So we just made ourselves a suit of armor. Wait a minute. I don't think I didn't make any gloves there. Oh yeah, I did. I didn't make any boots. There we go. You just take it off the bench, go to it, hit square, and it'll actually replace it with the old stuff. Replace the old stuff with the new stuff. And you just drop your old stuff. Now you have a medium set of armor. Just that simple. So this is kind of a basic little tutorial on how to establish a base right away. Get your benches in here to start with. Obviously I can't show you the whole way through. It would take hours and hours, but just wanted to make a quick little video to kind of give you a kind of an idea of how to establish something quick. And like I said, you would do this until you built up the materials to build a better base for the knowledge. So now I can unlock this one. It's a little bit better material, and you get into these better materials. So a lot of these are DLCs, but you get into the better materials and you can build better bases. And that's when you would go to a different area where you actually want your base at, and you can destroy this one and keep on making it bigger and better, and armor bigger and better, and weapons. And so yeah, this was a quick little tutorial. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Hope it helps some people that's just starting off Conan Exiles. Like I said, these different servers are going to vary. You want to look at your the options on the server to see how hard the server is. Do your research on that. And yeah, so that concludes the tutorial for Conan Exiles here. I appreciate everybody stopping in and watching. Anybody that watches it later, if you go get this game, you need any help, just let me know. Send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help with anything I can. Even give you a good suggestion on a server to go to. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description below after this video has been uploaded. Don't forget to be watching out for 600 subscribers. We'll be doing a giveaway as soon as that happens, as soon as I'm able to. And thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.